Look at this guy.
He's holding a dangerous weapon, showing his fierce face, can't control himself, and imitating using a gun while watching a movie.
Oh, is this a man who likes cowboy movies?
Carrie, no. This is Vance, one of the main characters in Latin. There's no cowboy in Paris.
Paris, the movie about the Banu, the story of Vance, Said, and Hubert? I've watched that.
Yeah, what do you think of Vance acting sort of like a cowboy, or like he looks up to one of them?
He seems like a typical Banusar, violent, tough, unsatisfied, somebody who is prepared to fight against the system.
Yes, but the typical Banlieusard is the upper and middle class French see them, because I think he is using that toughness as a cover for how he really feels about his situation living as an oppressed youth in the banlieues.
A cover? The director Kassovitz does all he can to depict Vance's fierceness. Don't you remember the scene of Vance brushing his teeth in the beginning? He practiced his facial expressions when confronting someone and mimics the motion of shooting. Through close-ups, all I can see is his anger and how ready he is to commit acts of violence.
Yes, but he is looking at himself in the mirror. It's a reflection. It's the type of person he wants to see himself as. Think about when they were with Snoopy. He has a gun and he is actually pointing it at someone, but the thought of shooting another human makes Vance question his sanity. Instead of acting violent or talking tough as he thinks he should and could, Vance chooses to back down.
Okay, but I can list other examples of Vance's tough images. He is the most brutal among the three of them. Vance shows a strong interest in seeing himself included in the report for the riot. He's proud of the Banusards' rebellion against French government and society. When he shows the gun to Said and Hubert, he states that killing a policeman is a way to gain some respect. Vance seems so determined even though he recognized that Hubert and Said's doubt and judgments about his idea to kill a police officer. When the policeman is chasing after Vance and Hubert, Vance does pull out the gun and points it at the cop. If it wasn't for Hubert, Vance might have actually shot the policeman.
I see your point, but I still think that this is all camouflage for his true emotions. If you look at Vance when he is alone, we see a very different character. He acts differently when watching the boxing match after being reminded that he is not with his friends. He is seen looking around nervously, not focusing on the match, acting somewhat timid and scared. The best example that shows his sensitivity and weakness is when he is in Paris intramuros with two other random Banlieusards. They are mad and impulsive when refused entry to the club, and decide to teach the doorkeeper a lesson with a real bullet. Gunshots ring out as startling Vance, and the combined look of shock and terror in his eyes indicates not only that he is not prepared to take a life, but he is also scared of violence and killing. If Vance were truly tough and fierce, why would he give up when he has the opportunity to kill the skinhead? He is encouraged by his friends and told that the only good skinhead is a dead one. However, with gun in hand and his friends by his side, Vance cannot do it. The tears in his eyes reveal his fear. The sad face exposes his struggle. A young man in a rough situation who is scared for himself, his friends, and their future.
True. Now I understand the ending better. A man who perceives his true self abandons the possible chance for killing and violence. Just isn't that pathetic and sarcastic that Vance, the one who is the most assertive with a gun in the beginning, is now killed by the accidental discharge of a policeman.
The mistaken killing of Vance upon his realization of his true self can be sadly connected to the greater social context of the banlieues today. Many realize that violence and retaliation against the state are not their best course of action, and they turn to a better path of productivity and hard work. However, in a manner that is similar to how Vance gave up the gun only to be killed, the Banlieusards of today are trying to give up the violence and negative attitudes, only to be continually oppressed by those who should be helping them.
Yeah, let's hope that after decades, the characters in Banu movies can also be pioneers, like cowboys in Western movies, breaking the normality of the society.